Ever stared at a new project, scrolled through thousands of lines of code, and just thought, what in the actual tech is going on? That feeling of being utterly lost in a new code base isn't just frustrating. It's a productivity killer and a confidence crusher. It makes you question everything you thought you knew. By the end of this video, you'll have a battle-tested roadmap and a mental toolkit to confidently navigate any unfamiliar project, turning that what into aha. The initial panic, why it's totally normal, and how to breathe. Real talk, that gut punch feeling when you open a huge, undocumented repo, it's not just you. I've been there. We've all been there. It's imposter syndrome hitting hard, but it's a universal developer experience. Honestly, the first few days, maybe even weeks, are rarely about shipping features. They're about building a mental map. Your brain is trying to connect hundreds of dots, and that takes time. Don't rush it. Start high, go low, the architecture archaeology method. Okay, so your first instinct might be to dive into the deepest, most complex file. Don't. You'll drown. Instead, we're going to be architects, or rather, architecture archaeologists. Start with the highest level overview. Look for readme.md files, docs folders, or even package.json scripts. These are gold mines. They tell you what the project is supposed to do and how it's built. Some devs swear by just cloning and running npm install, but that's like trying to learn a language by just shouting random words. Follow the data, tracing a user journey end-to-end. No hooks, no problem. The best documentation is often the running application itself. Pick one simple, core user action, say, log in or add item to cart, and trace its path from the UI through the backend to the database and back. This builds a concrete understanding. Hot take. If you can't trace a basic user flow within your first few days, that's a red flag about the project's complexity or lack of clarity, not your skill. This frustrates me because many teams don't prioritize this, making onboarding a nightmare. The debugger is your co-pilot. Seriously, use it. I know, debugger sounds like something your college professor made you use. But it's not just for fixing bugs. It's the ultimate learning tool. Step through the code line by line, watch variables change, understand execution flow. It's like having X-ray vision for your program. Still feeling lost? Good, because we're about to turn that confusion into clarity, and I'll show you the secret weapon for understanding any codebase. Quick side note, I once spent 3 hours trying to console that logged my way through a bug, only to solve it in 5 minutes with a debugger. It was humbling. It's often the fastest way to confirm your hypotheses about what the code should be doing versus what it's doing. Reading the tea leaves, get history, tests, and logs. The codebase isn't just static files, it's a living history book. Git blame isn't just for pointing fingers, it's for understanding why a line of code exists and who might have context. Commit messages, if done right, explain the intent behind changes. It's like reading the tea leaves of the project. Then there are tests. Some devs hate writing tests. My hot take, they're often the best and most up-to-date documentation you'll get, especially integration tests. They show you how a component or function is intended to be used, and what its expected outputs are for given inputs. If tests exist, devour them. Asking smart questions, and when to ask them. Eventually, you'll hit a wall where you just need to ask someone. But it doesn't work is not a smart question. Good questions show you've tried. Explain what you've done, what you expected, what actually happened, and your current hypothesis. This respects their time and gets you better answers. Also, timing matters. Don't interrupt someone deep in focus for a question you could have answered in 5 minutes with a debugger. Collect your thoughts, try a few things, and then if you're truly stuck after 15 to 30 minutes, ask. Unpopular opinion. A good question is often just a well-documented bug report, even if it's your own bug. Small wins, big confidence. Contribute early and safely. Once you've got a basic grasp, don't wait for the monumental task. Look for small, low-risk contributions. Fix a typo in a comment, update a README, add a missing type definition. These tiny PRs are crucial. They build confidence, get you familiar with the CI/CD pipeline, and show your team you're engaged. It's a feedback loop. You make a small change, it gets reviewed, you learn. That first successful PR, even if it's just fixing a typo, feels amazing. It's proof you can interact with the system, and that's the real win. Go build something, even if it's just a tiny thing. Let's recap. The initial panic is normal. Don't fight it. Embrace it as part of the learning process. Start with high-level architecture and documentation before diving into code details. Trace a core user journey end-to-end to build a concrete understanding of data flow. Leverage the debugger as your ultimate learning tool, not just for fixing bugs. Utilize Git history and tests as invaluable, often overlooked sources of documentation. Ask smart, well-researched questions to maximize learning and respect team members' time. Contribute small, low-risk changes early to build confidence and understand the workflow. The key takeaways: develop a mental model of the system, starting broad and narrowing down. Always try to understand why something is built a certain way, not just how. Don't be afraid to break things in a local sandbox. That's how you learn boundaries. Your greatest asset is curiosity and a structured approach to problem solving. Every confusing codebase is an opportunity to level up your system design and debugging skills. If this helped you understand something new about tackling a daunting codebase, consider supporting the channel. Every bit helps keep these videos free for everyone. Drop a comment with your thoughts or your own lost in codebase horror stories.